Hello, I'm Brother Anthony Kelley from Gamma Pi TV, and I have one of our very own from our chapter, Brother Anthony Stewart. We're about to talk about his co-authored book, Saving Middle America, Securing Financial Dream. Brother Stewart.
Hello, Brother Kelley. Glad to be here.
Brother Stewart, let's talk about your book. What is the book about, and who is the audience?
Okay, the book is about basically exactly what the title talks about, Saving Middle America. The book really entails basic things about financial planning, instruments that people need to know about, especially Middle America. If anybody's been around over the past couple of years, you know that a lot of people during the recession lost a lot of their money in their 401k plans, and the Wall Street folks were saying just leave it in there, it'll always come back. But what they didn't discuss was if you're 50 to 60 years old, you may not have time to recover.
Absolutely.
So the audience of the book is anybody who's working at all different income levels, who really want to plan to have a good retirement for themselves and have a nest egg. And they just need to know the ins and outs about making sure that happens.
Brother Stewart, what is your role in the publication of this book?
Well, basically my partners and I, Barbara and Richard, we all came together. Actually, all of us were kind of upset on what happened and how Middle America was treated. My particular role is basically just to educate Middle America, especially in the African American community. Actually, it's talking about things that we need to do as African Americans in preparing for financial stability. And life insurance is a major part of that. Absolutely. And if you look at what's going on today, that's not talked about in our households. Okay. It's not talked about in Middle America. It's really not talked about anywhere, but the wealthy know. So there are chapters in the book that talk about that in particular, but there's also in there that talks about what the wealthy and what banks know, that a lot of times we're not exposed to that information. So my role in the book is to make sure everybody that I come in contact with, we want to take away the excuse of I didn't know.
Okay.
And that's what the main thing is about the book, but we have to read it.
So we're eliminating ignorance.
We're eliminating ignorance by putting it in black and white so that everybody can read it. Just to kind of give you a footnote on that, when we first did our edit, the editor said it was talking at such a high level. So what we wanted to do was bring it down to basically a high school level so that everybody can understand it without using too much high language and things of that nature, so that everybody can understand, even at a high school level.
That would be good for someone like myself, because a lot of times we're very intimidated by finance and all those things because we don't understand the terminologies or the lingo.
I'm glad you brought that up, because there's a chapter in the book that talks about understanding this stuff. 60-minute MBA that breaks it down in plain and simple English, all of the financial vehicles out there. So there's a chapter in the book that talks about that specifically. So now nobody should say they don't know anymore.
Okay. I've been talking with Brother Anthony Stewart, the co-author of Saving Middle America, Securing Financial Dreams. Brother Stewart, when can we expect to see this book?
Actually, the book is in print right now as we speak. I have copies available. You can also go to our website, www.savingmiddleamericabook.com. I also host workshops in my office once a month for an hour and 15 minutes, and we'll be going over details in the book. We generally do them on the third Saturday of each month. My office is right in Lanham, Maryland, 10210 Greenbelt Road, Suite 960, Lanham, Maryland. Or you can call my office at 301-794-4290. But I encourage people to come to the workshop and hear the details and see stuff about the book and all that. Then they'll have a better appreciation for everything that's in the book. But it is going to be available. It is available now, and I encourage everybody to get it.
Brother Stewart, is there anything else you would like to add about the book?
Well, the main thing I'd like to stress is really taking the time to read the book. Okay. I know a lot of folks a lot of times say we're too busy to read, but we have to take time to read the book to get a thorough understanding, so that you can ask questions, so that you can make better financial decisions, not just for us, but our families and our children, and also our children's children. And when you think about all that, that's biblical. You know, leaving an inheritance and things of that nature, and gaining wisdom and using that wisdom to make good financial decisions, building wealth over time.
Okay.
All of that is in the book of Proverbs. It really talks about that, but we have to take the time to read it. And the best advice I could give anybody is take it with you everywhere you go. If you ride the subway to work, take it with you. We got to read it. It's up to us to get the word out. And if we don't do it, then who's going to do it? So if it's not now, then when? If it's not us, then who?
Absolutely.
So it's our responsibility.
Brother Stewart, thank you for sharing with us.
Thank you.
I'm Anthony Kelley from Gamma Pie TV, and we thank you for joining us today.